You can see Damwon Kia keeping the latest lineup that lists Malrong as AD carry, but we know that that's very unlikely to occur in-game. Those 5 players could be anywhere. Even Beryl could swap. Probably he's the least likely to do so. We're going to talk about Becca for just a moment. You can see he's actually got a very wide support champion pool here of 5. We saw Showmaker a little bit weaker in the early game, especially on the Ezreal. Made a small mistake there in early trades with Beryl. Then we saw... There's also the possibility, or there was, until the vehicle's locked in, that we saw a Gnar coming through with a Twisted Fate ban. Maybe a plea to the devs.
Yeah, it's teasing. It's like, this champion is so bad right now that we're just definitely not going to play this. Not going to bite the bullet, but Beryl will, as he'll take a bunch of damage. By the way, the Yuumi for Beryl feels pretty perfect, actually. It means he can't...
Khan has this warded.
Yeah. And he is just going to flash the Harpoon. He's like, no, I don't want to take any damage at all. I'm just going to get away from here. Malrong going to take this opportunity to invade. As we do have
This time no flash.
Rather. Yeah, he's got no flash and he's slowed. I think he knows he's just dead. He's going to try to play this one out. Dodges the first Harpoon, but now looking to potentially get over the wall with his ultimate, but no can do. First blood will be given over to Kingen.
After every kill, but that's actually what we're watching right now.
Well, let's see how this one goes. Solka has no mana. He's able to get some, but just being chased down here. Already blew his ultimate. He's got a blast plant, but the damage is just too much. As
Beryl!
Okay, Beryl.
Sometimes Yuumi is an engaged support when she presses the R button at the right moment. As Solka has no mana here in this exchange. Had to use his ult to try to survive. He flashes, so he's able to trade the flash for the ult there, but it's definitely not the trade you want. And as seen here, Beryl is able to get the auto.
He's the bear. As, okay, here we go. Final chapter coming in, and, well, our taste in my mouth. You can understand what they were trying to do. Like, no flash on the Orianna.
He's basically, you know, ready to reset or has no jungle camps available. He makes a trip, and guess what?
All right, here we go. Khan is trying to go the opposite way, but the equalizer should be pretty easy to slow him down. Here comes Malrong up the river. And actually, Pochik and Kingen just say no. We don't know what's on the other side there.
Damwon Kia, it looked like they might just be able to chip away at this.
Yeah, well, there's no equalizer. There's no showstopper.
Talking about this a lot recently, but with the changes to Smite, sometimes, well, Khan might just...
Yeah, I thought he would actually be okay, but no.
Because of his slow clear time as time goes on.
Yeah. Just means that a lot of these early objectives were just given over, and he wasn't really able to get any of his lanes ahead. So DRX do have the lead. Malrong, I mean, in the mid-game afterwards, he's still going to be a Volibear with one item that's relatively tanky, and he can engage and do that kind of thing. So at least he's got that going for him.
But it gives you Drake priority, so now DRX are tied in terms of Drakes instead of having that extra Drake advantage.
All right, we're thinking about an engage here, but the equalizer response to just clear the wave.
You know, with the set, you're going to be sitting in this lane and just kind of catching waves too. This is what I'm talking about. As Orianna, you're like, you know, probably just going to have to stay next to the turret.
Yeah. We're just running at it. But DK looking ready to engage. That's a nice amount of damage on a bow. Great disengage coming out from the set, though. That will make sure that DRX pick up this dragon. Because now they're trying to turn onto Canyon here, and they're actually doing a really good job. The Akali goes down basically for free. And now 4-on-4. The ball is there in the front. The shockwave's still available. Malrong, Showmaker, and the Yuumi. And here comes Khan looking to get into the backside, but not actually committing.
This is where Viego's at his best, though. You get those health bars, essentially walk away scot-free. And they even get away with that Canyon kill. So, you know, the engage here, or rather disengage, like he ults in to allow his team to peel back. Is a Canyon has to go golden because he's the one who's isolated alone. He is pushed back, and yes, it's a 1-for-1 trade here, but DRX are the ones who walk away with the Drake. My one concern for DRX is that this fight, if it needed to be a little bit cleaner, though. They were not ready for that.
Yeah, it was very much all over the place, as we're seeing Khan just face check, trying to get a ward down, but he will be able to jump over the wall at least, and Showmaker's really scary. As again, he throws out his True Shot barrage, and that actually stops the final chapter from doing anything.
Because if you're trying to fight into this composition that Damwon Kia have, you're going to have bad time.
Oh, Shoshi. He engaged so unbelievably fast there, just blasting the wall. Somebody, oh man, somebody insulted Malrong. He's like just
you know, I mean, not in pro play, but right, if you're like playing solo queue, he's great to play because you can always be impactful as long as you don't feed. And look at the lightning speed in which this happens. He just goes straight over the wall, gets the stun, the follow-up is there. And, you know, you have 3 players completely ready to pounce the second he goes in. And it's just
kiting back for now. Tompkins a little bit out of position. Becca will come in. Here's the engage once again. Again, a good kidnap, but Malrong goes in and he's able to get the dragon. That is pretty massive. Canyon comes in to the backside as the shockwave doesn't really do much. The Zhonya's is there for Canyon as he's looking to get in now, and they will be able to take out Solka as DRX is being pulled apart right now. Look at Canyon. He was below half health, now he's at full. The Yuumi just into the middle of the fight, and there is no escape for any of the members of DRX. It is a clean ace by Damwon here at 30 minutes.
It's a fight that you can't play defensively like that. If you're DRX, you have to be the initiator. You have to be the one who's setting the stage. And if you can't actually control the Akali who's on the flanking angle there, you kind of have to back out. And yeah, it looks like this game just might fall apart 30 minutes in with the scaling they have. Baron buff, that's probably just it. Lights out.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Just one fight like that this late in the game, 30 minutes. With the Baron buff, DK will be able to push in. And it's looking like in this game, although the minions were not in range of this one, so the backdoor was denied there for a little bit, but it does not matter. Still going to take down the Nexus here in 31 minutes. Khan will survive at the end, and Damwon Kia, it wasn't the most clean game we've ever seen, but they got the job done.
Yeah, this was a game from Damwon where, you know, you have, that does give you hope, I think, that this roster can work. Because, yeah, the Africa series, they won, but, like, they won those games usually in the first 8 minutes. This game, they had to kind of claw their way back into it, and you do believe when you see them fight those late-game team fights that with this roster and these, you know, substitutions that I think if you're looking at this game and feeling like, well, this was not as dominant as it was against Africa.
It is going to be Showmaker on Ezreal.